The way in which people, trans and non-binary people, have been killed seems to be even more gruesome.
It's crime you may not always hear about, and it's happening at what some say is an epidemic level.
Anthony Ponce explains in tonight's special report.
Corey and Dawn, fatal attacks against transgender people is a whole category of crimes that often goes unreported because advocates say standard crime data oftentimes doesn't tell the whole story behind the identity of the victim. But based on the data they do have, they say these murders are a problem that is getting worse and worse. The brutal death of 33-year-old Tatiana LaBelle made headlines here just last month. The transgender woman's body was found in a garbage can in a South Side alley. Tiara Banks, Desaya Monei, and Brianna Hamilton were also part of Chicago's transgender community. They were all killed last year.
Some of the trends that we've noticed is that the numbers continue to get higher and higher every year.
The Human Rights Campaign began tracking the number of transgender and gender non-conforming individuals who were the victims of fatal violence in the U.S. nearly 10 years ago.
We've unfortunately broken two grim records 2 years in a row, last year and the year before. And the truth is we may be on track to do that yet again this year.
Their numbers show at least 37 such deaths occurred in 2020 and at least 47 in 2021. That is a 27% increase.
I'm 72 years old, and across my lifetime, maybe 50. You know, this is the closest one. This was somebody that played with my grandchildren.
It has been 6 weeks since Alexis Martinez lost her friend, Elise Mallory. Both used to work together at the Chicago Therapy Collective in Andersonville. That is where there is a mural nearby remembering the transgender woman from Evanston and her advocacy work. So far, her cause of death is still undetermined.
I don't know how to express just the fear or the levels of actual terror that you go through being trans. This isn't something that you do because, oh, you chose, it's kind of trendy or something. This is heartfelt.
Alexis says a transgender person often becomes a victim of violent crime because they are forced to live on the streets at a young age.
They can only survive by participating in the street economy, selling drugs, selling their bodies, shoplifting, whatever it is that they can do to survive.
Here's another unfortunate trend, that most of the people that we report on were killed by someone that they knew. That's incredibly frightening.
Since 2013, 36% of the anti-trans violent deaths the Human Rights Campaign has recorded were committed by an acquaintance of the victim. Another 21% by the victim's intimate partner.
If we can't trust people that we know, then who is it that we can trust?
These statistics also indicate trans women of color seem to be at a greater risk of becoming a victim of violent crime.
As Black people, we're disproportionately impacted by fatal violence, number one. As trans people and gender minorities, as non-binary people, we're also more victimized because we're seen as lesser than and disposable.
Cooper says social determinants like where a person lives or works also play a part. And the advocates we spoke with say the public would have a better idea of the number of violent deaths in the transgender community if the victim's identity was required to be recorded as how they lived their life and not just what is listed on the driver's license.